Hi, this is a quick little itty-bitty teeny-weeny disclaimer. Everyone in this video is from a public school system and anything stated is purely based on personal experiences and personal opinions. Please enjoy this episode.
Hello, and welcome to our second episode of JENDA Talks, featuring Evelyn, Juneux, Double D, Anna, and Malachi.
Yes.
It sounds like you're spanking somebody in the background. Yes, Daddy.
It really does, though.
Meanwhile, in her torture
Look at Anna, I swear. Alrighty, hello and welcome to the second official episode of JENDA Talks. For today's podcast, we will
so honored to be here.
Yes, welcome back, Double D. Last episode, he had to leave us abruptly. He had to abandon us.
Yep. And I don't remember why.
You had to go to dinner. You had to go down a feast.
Oh, yes. A feast.
Alrighty. So for...
As we should be.
Oh,
Bless.
Oh.
bless. So for today's podcast, we will be discussing our ideal school systems. So do we have...
this isn't the one about our Zumba classes? Never mind then.
Oh, darn. Wrong one. Sorry. It's on the itinerary.
Oh man, I prefer yoga, thank you.
I prefer yoga, thank you. Oh, goodness me. Anyway, does anybody want to go ahead and get us kick-started?
Yes, I propose no school, thank you.
Oh, bless.
Alright, case closed. All done.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming.
Well,
The
hey,
problem
come
is
on.
that I actually really value education, and so that low-key triggers me, but it's fun.
Well, Malachi, how about you build off of it? It's a hostile environment.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I'm very uncomfortable with the energy we've created in the studio today. Anyways.
As we should be.
Bless.
So how about
Make
Anyway,
everybody uncomfortable
so-
as fast as possible. We are 3 minutes in.
Alright, so personally, I believe that we should really focus on STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math.
wow, you remembered it.
Oh, I thought it was magic.
Yes,
Never mind.
I did. Because those are honestly the fields that are building up our future as it stands right now. I don't know.
But what about other things, like creative things, like music and art, stuff like that?
We don't need those.
Well, okay, I believe those
Important.
I believe those are important, and the fact that we have them as electives in a lot of modern schools is great. I also believe that there should be more focus on technology and engineering in schools, which has been happening over the past 20 years. However, I feel like it needs to be higher, because I know that when I left high school a year and a half ago, there wasn't nearly enough of technology fields or engineering, like technology classes and engineering classes. That was still something that was a work in progress, and
Yeah.
considering the amount of careers that are coming out of those fields, how many people are going into that job market, such as myself in technology, there needs to be a higher focus on it in like high school.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I definitely do believe that. I was gonna say more or less the science classes and the mathematics classes needs to be focused on, but for the electives and the creative courses, I do believe that they should also be not made primary, but they need to be a little uplifted, because it can be a great stress reliever for some students who are stressed out from their math classes, their science classes. So I really do feel as if I agree with that, but I also think for a perfect, air quote, perfect school system, it requires a nice balance of teachers wanting to
non-GMO.
teach. What?
Non-GMO, whole grain.
Vegan free.
An actual lunchroom, yes, not serving their students cardboard for lunch.
Honestly, yes. Proper nutrition and proper sleep is essential for a learning and growing student.
Sleep? Who's that?
Oh, we don't know her. She wasn't on time.
That's a fat
I
word.
feel outed.
Also, y'all were talking about lunches. My brain went to cannibalism
capitalism.
Ah, yes.
Okay, I used my energy. I used my I'm uncomfortable with the energy quote a little too early, and I should have used it there.
Yeah.
But Juno, what's your ideal school system?
Oh shoot, I didn't think I'd be outed this fast. I'm kind of playing Animal Crossing. Give me a second.
Wow.
Okay, Double D. How about your ideal school system?
My ideal school system would be the one I went to.
Explain, please.
Yeah.
No one knows.
Oh shit! Was he homeschooled?
No. I don't know. I went to a high school and I liked it.
I went to a high school and I liked it. I'm dead. I went to a high school and I didn't like it. So
I was actually
Same,
homeschooled for a
honestly.
year or two.
I actually,
And-
so I bounced.
I've never had a problem with it.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Malachi.
Yeah, go.
All right, so I actually bounced between two high schools throughout my time, and I saw the pros and cons of each. However, I also saw the flaws of each, and one of those was which they were starting to demand heavily on teaching through like online classes and not through actual physical education. And I know that sucked because when I was having to retake some of my history classes and social studies credits, I barely had any motivation to get any of it done whatsoever, and ended up using like Brainly or Quizlet or whatever to look up the answer and just like
yeah.
testing out.
That's
And
how I
so,
got
like,
through my
it-
first full year of college.
It was
That's
really,
how I
it was
got
really,
out of class here.
it was really counterproductive in my opinion.
Yeah, I can kind of see how that is. Like,
Yeah,
I was
you're-
Double D.
Got it.
You go,
Hey, fuck.
Evelyn.
When I was younger, like second grade, people found out that I was dyslexic, heavily dyslexic. So everybody else's reading level was at like a what
Level 3.
Yeah, mine was stuck at a level 1 or some shit, for
Oh.
example.
Hey,
So-
idiot. No, I'm kidding.
So I got
Get her out.
so I got held back a grade. I got stuck in the second grade. So then, whenever we moved up to Arkansas, my sister and I were homeschooled for a year.
I think it's
And-
pronounced Arkansas.
So I am confusion. Why is this one Kansas, but this one is not Arkansas? America, explain! Explain! What do you mean in Arkansas?
What do you mean Arkansas? Anyway, with the curriculum that my father had laid out before me, it was 5 chapters of history, and then it was 5 chapters of math. And as a dyslexic person who didn't have a set of glasses, it took me 8 hours to read something. So, in my opinion, I really feel like the school system should be able to provide certain types of, I guess, reading glasses for the students who are severely dyslexic and have trouble reading, because I know I had trouble reading.
That's not really for the school system to decide, though, to be honest. I mean, they're barely funded as is.
Yeah, that's
Depending
true.
That is
Which-
true.
That's
I feel like
That's true.
our government needs to put more funding into public education systems and maybe start to get away from the whole private education sector.
Yeah, the private schools, in my opinion, really should be dispersed, because all they're doing is taking education and saying that, oh, you can't have this type of education to other people.
Yeah,
Like,
and not only that, because I was looking at a college and I ultimately decided not to go to college and instead focus on my career. And I was looking at a local computer science college, and the cost for this computer science college was about anywhere between $69,000 to
Nice.
$90,000
Nice.
Easy.
for a 4-year degree.
mhm.
That is outrageous when you compare it to the
Yeah.
cost of a lot of like public institutions.
Yeah. Like, it's a lot cheaper to get an associate's degree, but even then, like, somebody who is on a, what's the word for it? A low yearly income will be forced into debt, and at that
You
point, that
could say poor.
Wow. Like,
I mean,
like the situation that the situations with schools really does need to be approached, because right now I feel like the college system, despite there being different colleges, are really allowing to monopolize is the wrong word that I'm looking for, but they're
that
really
was the right one.
like,
Honestly,
they're
I
really
agree with that.
they're honestly creating a whole different environment for students, and it's forcing them into debt. It's forcing them into these shitty jobs, like, and all these
Wait,
like,
he's gonna come after us if we out them like that.
it's okay. I'll
Yeah.
block it out. I'll bleep it out.
We'll believe that.
But
Alright, but no,
go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh,
No.
I was just gonna say I completely agree with that, because that was one of the main just deciding factors for why I didn't want to go back to college or go back to school, which was I'm making money now. Why would I want to put money in to losing money and end up having to spend 15 to 20 years paying that back? I really don't want to be in that kind of debt.
Because right now I'm enrolled into the little FAFSA situation. We're echoing through your mic, Juneux.
That's not me.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. I'm looking at Malachi's light up right now.
Yeah, because he can hear his voice.
Yeah, get out of here, shaming me.
Yeah.
Make Junough's voice. Oops.
Is it echoing through my mic?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
And we're just gonna do.
I'm gonna mute myself for now. Y'all can keep going.
So I'm trying to bring my brain back. As of right now, I'm enrolled into the FAFSA, but in order to keep on track with the
I didn't know
business
FAFSA
degree
was
that
school.
I'm searching for, okay,
Yep.
financial aid. Like I'm asking the government for help, and they won't cover. It's still FAFSA. FAFSA is technically owned by the government, but maybe I'm wrong. Am I? Let's
No.
look this up.
I don't
Actually.
know.
No fast fuzz for college.
I never went to college.
Is FAFSA owned by the
But even if unless you are
Patron
like
noises.
really low income, you aren't gonna get anything from the FAFSA people, because like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Honestly,
lie.
yes.
We had to lie on ours.
Oh shit.
Really?
Like, yes, we ended up having to lie on ours freshman year whenever I was trying to get into college, because without that I wouldn't have been able to go, and even if I did go, and I'm still over $10,000 in debt.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Me personally.
How much did you have to lie by?
Oh, I don't know. That was my parents, not me.
Like it's really infuriating, because my parents, due to the current school system, if your parents claim you as a dependent, you have to put in like their tax information. Now, I'm not trying to like, I don't know the word for it, but one thing's for sure, my parents didn't have to lie. We're actually $1,000 under like the minimum for the yearly income thing. So
Womp womp.
Why do I not believe that?
I didn't believe it either. Our landlords are just very nice to us, because they know that my parents are trying to put me and my sister through college right now, which the college that my sister goes to, hot diggity dog, that's like $15,000 a semester to $50,000 a semester, depending on the classes she's taking. And she
Private?
just got her.
Is it private?
It's U of H.
How many scholarships did she get?
Only one.
Ooh.
And it was only enough to cover a quarter of her tuition. So
Holy shit.
my sister and I.
What a
God.
mood.
Bow, 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 bow.
You know, I'm just gonna say it. Fuck colleges. Like I just.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, fuck college.
Thank y'all so much for joining us for part 1 of JENDA Talks. If you're interested in seeing the next episode, it is coming out within the next week or so. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe and leave a comment down below if you want more.